Hi everyone! Kipling and I just wanted to tell you a really funny story before we start tonight. Well, it is funny, but it's quite sweet as well. I was talking to someone today who said to me, "Do you know what, Sam? I think you are actually like Mrs. Doubtfire." I thought it was really funny, but I was also quite flattered as well because it was one of my favourite films. Although I have to say that I haven't set my boobs on fire lately. Anyway, I just thought it was quite funny and I thought I'd share that with you. So, we're going to start with our very first one, and Mr. Kipling is going to do what he normally does, and that's go and settle himself down somewhere. My next one is: when I started getting serious with my current partner, I confided in her that I was abused as a child. It is now having a negative effect on our relationship. She doesn't understand why I've never told anyone and is pushing me to tell my parents. I've always seen not telling them as a way of preventing any more hurt, but she seems to think they should know. I know she's only trying to help, but she's not. How can I show her I appreciate her support without doing what she feels is right? I can clearly see you obviously do love your partner and you value everything that she says to you. However, in this situation, child abuse is a huge trauma, one that some human beings carry around with them for many, many years. And one of the reasons they carry it around with them is because it is hugely damaging. They also feel that part of their childhood, if not all of their childhood, was blighted by the abuse, and therefore they don't really want to go back because not only are they dealing with the trauma of the abuse, but they're also dealing with the trauma of a childhood lost, and that means they also then go through the bereavement stage as well. So there's an awful lot of avoidance will happen, and it's not avoidance as in I don't want to do that because I just don't want to do it. They don't want to do that because it hurts. So I totally understand why you don't really want to open that wound back up. It's also something as well that's is quite hurtful for the parents to hear, and I'm sure that's probably why you're not telling your parents at the moment. Please don't be angry with her. She clearly loves you a great deal. And maybe she sees things in the way they treat you or your relationship with them that she's frustrated and wants them to know, look, this person I love so much has been through a dreadful child abuse and I want you to know what she's been going through. So therefore it's quite reasonable then to expect her to look after you in this way. You must do what's right for you. It has to feel right for you. It has to be safe for you. It might take you some time. You may never talk to anybody about it. No one can force you into that. Obviously, it's something, if you can get help with, that is better to deal with, and you will need a very supportive person around you. And it sounds as though you have that person with you. However, if you then go and tell everybody before you've dealt with it, I think your instincts are screaming at you that are right. Don't do it before you've learned to actually deal with it yourself. Because what could happen is, as you tell others, you then traumatize them, which puts even more guilt, more pressure upon you. And then you feel, or you're going to be pushed into questions that you really don't want to answer, and it's going to be very difficult. So, really, the person who needs to make this decision is you. And you're doing the right thing. Your instincts are shouting at you, this isn't the right time. I remember speaking to someone a long, long time ago who said to me, Sam, when somebody is struggling with the word no and they always say yes to everything, ask them a simple question, and that is, if you say no to someone, are you rejecting the person or the request? And it seems to be there's a fear here that if you say no to your partner, that she will actually see that as a rejection. It isn't a rejection. Actually, if you do go ahead with what she would like you to do the way you are feeling, it could actually cause a very big detrimental effect upon your relationship. So I think personally you are doing exactly the right thing. But always hold that in mind. When I say no, am I rejecting the person or the request? Everybody has to do what is right for them ultimately. And this is a huge trauma that you need to deal with at some point. What I would suggest is when you are ready, and only you will know when you are ready, and this is something you need to talk to your girlfriend about. Please don't feel pressured into saying that you will do it when you don't want to do it. Have a talk to her. Just say simply, I love you. This isn't the right time for me. When it is, I'll let you know. When it is, I will, I promise, let you know. Okay? When that time is right, I suggest that you go and get some professional help, because they will be able to take you very gently and very safely back through the trauma. In these cases, it's not always good to go and see a family member or to see friends, because when you're offloading something as serious as this, what can happen is the person you're talking to can become very traumatized. They're not trained, they don't understand some of the difficulties in hearing what you will tell them, and it will be difficult for them, and then they may need help to manage it as well. So that might actually be what's going on with your girlfriend. She might be struggling to manage what has been heard, and therefore she might need a little bit of help with it as well. So seriously consider that. Go and get professional help. You can privately refer yourself to a therapist, or you can go to your GP or doctor who can refer you to a therapist. It's a good idea to go to somebody who has had some experience of this kind of trauma, and there are many different ways in which people can help you. There's cognitive behavioural therapy, there's EMDR, there's all sorts of methods. So look into that first. If you go to a therapist and it doesn't feel right, remember this is so important, and this is a huge part of your life. If it doesn't feel right, then move on to somebody who it does feel right. That's absolutely acceptable. We as therapists understand that. The most important aspect of any kind of therapy is the relationship between the client and the therapist. If that doesn't work, it doesn't matter how skilled the therapist is, it simply won't work, because you won't feel comfortable enough to actually open up. So please go and get professional help. Remember, you're not rejecting your girlfriend. You're not doing that. What you're saying is, this isn't the right time. And if so, let her just watch this, because she may understand them. And I can clearly see in your message that what you're frightened of is losing her, and I can see that. But you won't lose her. You may lose her if you do what she says, because I don't think she realises probably just what a huge effect it's going to have on you. I hope you seek the help that you so deserve. I really hope you do. Go and find somebody who you can trust, who it's safe to offload this onto. They are out there somewhere. I wish you all the best in the world, and please come back and let me know how you are. Please take care of yourself. Bye bye. Thank you very much, everyone. Kipling and I have decided I'm going to have a cup of tea, and Mr. Kipling is actually off to sleep. He's had a busy day today, haven't you? He's actually been at the Countrywide today, saying hello to new people, which was quite exciting, and he did growl at a couple of dogs today as well. I think he was feeling a bit protective, but he loves the kids and he loves every human being as well. A bit of a softie, this little boy is. Anyway, thank you very much, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.